Chapter 157. What? A trick on the family? Matthew was stunned for a moment. Alex was the only one who had done anything to change the feng shui of the Lane family recently. Matthew was very convinced with Alex's skills and abilities. Therefore, he quickly asked, "Mr. Depp, are you sure about this? There has indeed been someone who has recently helped to deal with the feng shui in my house. His name is Mr. Anderson. However, it seems as though his methods had been working well so far. I don't think that he'd cast a spell or magic trick on us." Gary snorted before he shouted, "There are some people who pretend to be God and they're the best at deceiving ignorant people. If you are willing to continue trusting him, then I will just leave immediately." "Mr. Depp, please stay," Matthew panicked as he tried to stop Gary from leaving. "Could you please enlighten me, Mr. Depp? Could you please tell me what is wrong with his methods?" At this time, Gary reached out his hand and pointed towards the hall without even raising his head. "Ask someone to bring me a bowl of water." Matthew quickly ordered his servant to bring a bowl of clear water before them. After that, Gary dipped his finger in the bowl of water before he placed a few talismans in the bowl of water. After he was done, Gary flicked the water at Matthew's eyes. As soon as Matthew opened his eyes, he was suddenly filled with fear as he backed away from Gary. "Mr. Depp, what is this?" Matthew suddenly saw the Lane family mansion covered in a strange layer of black smoke. Furthermore, there was a wisp of lifeless gray smoke above the heads of the Lane family members, and all of their faces were as pale and lifeless as zombies. Gary snorted before he said, "I am opening your eyes for you. You are looking at the future of the Lane family. All of you will drop dead soon." Matthew was so frightened that he fell onto the sofa before he muttered, "What should I do about this? I guess it is fate that I am here today, so I will help you because this seems to be our destiny." Gary took out a peace talisman from his pocket before he handed it over to Matthew. When Matthew took the peace talisman in his hand, he saw that it was glowing and there was a faint golden light emitting from it. Moreover, the vision that Matthew was seeing disappeared and everything returned to its original state as soon as Gary handed the peace talisman over to Matthew. Matthew was breaking out in cold sweat at this time as he hurriedly said, "Mr. Depp, you really are incredible. Please save the Lane family and help us to get out of this misfortune that we have landed ourselves into. I am willing to pay however much it costs to get rid of all this bad luck. It is my mission to save people and give them peace. That is the reason I am here today." Gary continued speaking as he took out a dozen more peace talisman before he handed it over to Matthew. "Give this to all of your family members and tell them to carry it on them at all times. This way, you will be able to get rid of all your bad luck." Matthew took the peace talisman from Gary before he hesitated for a moment. "How can I repay you for your kindness, Mr. Depp?" Gary waved his hand before he replied, "Helping someone to get rid of his misfortune is also a form of merit. I do not wish to accept any money from you today. However, if a swindler tries to convince you to spend a lot of money to purchase any magic weapon, you must remember to reject it at all cost." At this time, Watson, who was standing next to Matthew, quickly spoke up. "Father, look. I already told you that Alex is a liar. He took our family's money and he doesn't even know what he's doing. He must return us all the money that he took. Otherwise, I'll sue him for fraud and make sure that he spends the rest of his life in prison." Daisy frowned as she thought about the entire situation. She did not know why, but she felt as though Gary was the one who was lying to them. Apart from being a little cold and having no EQ, Alex did not seem like a bad person.